You are now live with, ladies and gentlemen, you're with the Contagion Effect Show, brought to you, powered by, and the support of Gary Miller Mobile Tax Service. I don't know what you did. Gary Miller Mobile Tax Service. He is in it right now. I've got to talk to Gary about 2 different times, and it's been interesting. But let's hear a clip that our good buddy Mike Ellick did for us, and I think it's one of the greatest commercials that we have that's out there. It should win like an Emmy or some shit. So let's listen to Mike Ellick describe what Gary Miller Mobile Tax Services does for you and your family.
Do you dread having to do your taxes? Does the mere thought of it make your head spin? Miller's Mobile Tax Service is here for you. We will handle your individual or business taxes. We will come to you to prepare your taxes. We are skilled, professional, and ready to get started for you. Call 209-678-8515.
8515. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Tonto, you have regained your top spot. Thank you, sir, all the way from the middle western side of Alaska, I believe it was. And I want to bring on Kim Gwinner because she left us a message. Welcome and congratulations to be part of the WeP3 Nation Patriot Pride. Welcome, and I'm so glad that you jumped on with them, and they are a great organization. Mark and John and Andrea do a great job, and they have multiple irons in the fire. That is the People's Patriot Project, as I try not to spit on my microphone. But welcome, and how was your week? How was your week, Derek?
Oh, man, it was a long week, dude. I don't know what's been going on in town, but like all of the water mains just keep breaking. So we've been hard at it this week, man.
What's your temperature?
We went from -30 to like 70. So I think that was a lot of it.
Oh, copy. The ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Jeremy Daniels, welcome. Thank you. I know
Welcome,
that
man.
your day is always a struggle, and we appreciate that you take time out to join us on one of the multiple podcasts that you jump on. So I appreciate you being here. I'll tell you what, dude, this, last week was awesome. Obviously 100 episodes for the Contagion Effect. And, we wouldn't be here without all the support and love from everyone. It was amazing. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Patriot Pride. Hey, check this out. We even got something else up there. What? Get out of here.
Oh, snap. Look at
I
that.
pimp
Look at
everyone.
that line across
Remember?
the bottom there.
I'm
You
the
did such a
pimp
good job.
master. Let's do this. We'll even throw her back up on there. Patriot.
Oh, we
Someone
can
should
do
take a
both.
picture of that.
I like it.
Someone should take a picture of that.
Just use keeping it
Someone
rolling,
should take
man.
a picture
We're
of that.
rolling.
Yeah.
How's your week, bro?
Dude, it's been one of those weeks where we bid every 6 months, and we bid like last week, and I'm going from 2 a.m. to 1:30. I went from 2:30 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. and I dreaded it all the time. Yeah, I know that's a big thing, an hour, and it's like, so it's, you kick yourself in the ass thinking, oh man, what the hell, but it always works out. I mean, I've been there 11 years, and so I mean, it is what it is. The new venture, something different.
Yeah, that's how we do
different. That's exactly, let's grow. Which is funny because he took my let's go, let's grow. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to get Shannon in here. We're going to get Scotty in here to have him kick it off. And then we're going to jump on and bring our guests on because there is so much information that we need to get out there. It's just, man, there's so much. And I don't even think the hour is going to cover everything. But the great thing is we're going to post links and have all the good stuff there for everyone to go check it out and hopefully donate some hard-earned cash and go help out at an event, because there's multiple events. So sleep's a crutch I miss. Well, yeah, I get,
especially the last 2 weeks, man. Not been doing much of that sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's get Scotty in here.
Yeah, the times and places, they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home. Sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Contagion Effect Facebook page is at 826 followers. I would love to crack that 1,000. That would be awesome if we could get there maybe by, I don't know, 110, maybe by the 110th episode, 9 more episodes ago. I bet we could creep up there. I can't tell you what the, yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's give away a hat. We have beanies on our website. We have we are under construction on some, but we do, if you go to right there, contagioneffectshow.com, you can get a beanie, which you can get this beanie, not with that emblem because I changed the emblem already. Again, yes, twice in one day I did. But we got some cool things, and the rest of it's in the other room, but go check it out. And there's like a 2 different codes for 20% off. I've gotten it down to, if you use the 20% off, I'm making like 5 cents or 10 cents. I think it is 25 cents. It's not about the money. It's just about getting stuff out there, and whatever money is donated to us or brought in, we're buying hats, we're buying shirts, we're buying whatever we do. I mean, here's Hero Stock 2024 calendar, which was sad because yes, our group was, January, our beautiful dudes in the airport waiting for it's over, man. It's over. And now we had the cool pre-party with Scotty and Joe Allen and Barbara Sim and Taylor Olam. Yeah, who's March? Oh, look at that. The Contagion Effect back on March.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here. Hero Stock donation. I believe it's, what was it, $12? You go to herostock.com, or I'm sorry, herostock.org. It's a $12 donation for a very well put together calendar. So
yeah,
go check it out.
Cups that you got with our faces on it. I need to get one of those.
Yeah, it's the January it's the January picture, and I'm like, okay, and I just threw it together. I mean, we use Teespring for our apparel and everything. I'm trying to get some shirts put up there with just like Contagion on the front and the emblem in the back.
It'd be awesome.
But it'd be cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin is in the building. Greetings and salutations. What is cracking? So let's do this. There's a gentleman that we're going to bring on, and he is, I don't want to say part of, he's the man at OVN. If you don't know what OVN, Operation Vet Now, is an organization that has so many different venues, different lanes, because not everyone's built the same. Some people need to go play basketball. Some people need to go and, they support motocross and racing. And I'm going to mess it up because I'm going to say something that they don't do, but they probably do have somebody that can do it for them. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring on Tony Aubrey. Greetings. Welcome to the show.
How you doing, guys?
Evening.
You have a nonprofit 501c3 organization that is doing so many different things. And can you tell me a little bit about, just give me a little snippet, because I'm going to backtrack real fast. Obviously, it caught my eye, and we reached out to each other, and you're on, but give me a little bit about the organization. And then we're going to find out where Tony Aubrey came from. Okay.
Yeah. So like you said, we go by OVN. That's a lot easier than Operation Vet Now, but Now is an acronym. Like if you look it up, and I noticed you had some stuff on the bottom of the screen about that. But yeah, we're outreach is kind of the baseline of why our organization was created. We about four of us veterans had somebody we knew that took their own life, and it sent a shockwave through us. Started us looking at what was this all about, and we didn't realize it was, veteran suicide was that bad. And fast forward, we decided to start an outreach organization because a lot of us have a background in event marketing, post our military service, sports marketing, and we knew that's a place a lot of veterans go. They participate, they're fans of, and so we started with outreach, and then we also have a large part of our mission that honors those that never made it home. That's near and dear to us, and then there's projects that grew from that core mission.
Yeah. So the baseline is you and some buddies got together because you guys were losing friends and comrades and brothers to veteran suicide, whichever, in or out or whatever the situation is, right? And that's, that's basically what we do. Obviously, we give our platform to organizations like yours and organizations that are spreading the word about reach out. Like, do a buddy check. I just sent 3 text messages about 20 minutes ago. Hey, dude, I'm just checking on you, man. I scrolled to the very bottom of my text list. Bro, I'm checking on you, see how you're doing. I'm not a veteran, and I know I don't have to explain it, but I always do. I'm not a veteran. My dad was. He committed suicide about 5 years ago. Okay?
Oh, man.
He was in the Navy. He was on the USS Cleveland. And so a lot of health issues and stuff like that. And so, me and my buddy were sitting around and we're like, hey, let's do something. And this is what we had. And so when I hear that and I see, our organization helps other veterans, helps other family members of veterans. Hashtag, I love hashtags, right? Be there for our veterans is one of the hashtags you guys use. Hashtag we will never forget. I absolutely love it. I'm going to start using it on our social media stuff.
Great.
And whatever we can do to help facilitate just a small bit of what you guys do, we will do that. So again, I wanted a little part of it. Now I want to do this. Tony, where'd you grow up and all that stuff? I see some Pittsburgh stuff around you. And I won't, no.
Yeah, I was born in Boston. My dad's family's all from Boston, but we left there at a real young age, moved to the Pittsburgh area. Come from that's the Italian side of the family is all from here in Pittsburgh. And really this area until I right after high school left for the Air Force.
Yeah. That's fortunately we get to talk to a lot of organizations based out of the East Coast. 22 Mohawks is one, Dave and Stacy. Great Americans that are just, they give and give and give. Sorry, let me jump in. So real quick, because I get scatterbrained, and so I'll jump in and out of the comments too. I've never been on a calendar, but I've caused a safety. I guarantee you, I'm not going to deny that. Mikey got off of his train set. He just retired, so he's out there conducting in his garage. And yeah, he's got some great locomotives and cars, and yeah, it's pretty fun to watch his TikTok. Nice. And of course, everyone's lover, Brian Roof. Thank you for joining. Every Day's a Saturday podcast might be reaching out to you and having you on his show. We like to spread the wealth, and we don't hold nobody hostage. What's that? Derek's over there dying over there. I love it.
Dude, I am. I'm literally dying right now.
As long as it's not like hives or nothing.
No, I'm hoping not.
Bourbon Battle Buddies, welcome. You missed the great intro that we had for WP3. Appreciate you and all that you do. So let's break into. I was going to let me play this real quick because we talked about it earlier. There's a lane that you guys do, and that's going to get tired of saying lane, but there is one of the projects. We can do projects, right? You were talking about ambassador athletes.
Yeah.
You guys have I'm not going to say, well, I'll let you talk. How about that?
Yeah.
I'll let you doubt.
Yeah, the ambassador athletes are really they're veterans that want to be part of an outreach to help their fellow veterans. Uh,
Wow.
and like I mentioned before, sports are a big area that we know a lot of veterans gravitate to. Whether
Yeah.
they're a fan, they participate, and this started about 3 years ago with us. And
Oh, wow. That's it. Because I'm looking at how many members you have. And
yeah,
I mean, you've
and
got over
and
20 people that you guys support.
it started with a guy, a daughter of a Marine, helped us out quite a bit, whose father was really involved in the organization. And she was a racer and snow bikes, but really a kid named Connor Matthews, who is going to make his UFC debut in Atlantic City 30 March in the UFC, combat controller. But about 3 years ago, he reached out to help. Jiu-Jitsu's
Oh,
really
wow.
his base. And we started to get veterans involved in jiu-jitsu, and he talked a lot about what it did for him. He
Yeah.
did a tour in Afghanistan, and it really evolved from there. We saw what sports and what that did for veterans that got involved from a mental wellness side. And we have a lot of our athletes that came out of some dark places, and they contribute that to the sport they participate in now, and the veterans they meet there, and so on. Um, so yeah, it's really a big part of what we do now. So we support them, and as you can see, we have athletes at all different levels. So
Yeah. Amateurs all the way up to professionals. Yeah, there is so much backing for you guys that you guys um, have, and it's amazing because the amount of if you go to your site, which let me bring it up because you have a great website, and I always like to share. Always like to share this one here. I'll have to scroll back up. When there's a website that is just like, sorry. If I knew what the hell I was doing, it would be great.
No, you got this, man. You're killing it.
There
right
we
now.
go. There we
hey,
go.
I love
There
the
we go.
background though. That is cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, well, shoot. I mean, I don't want to, I don't want to take Owen off, but I mean, we'll
I
look
think
at
one
we'll
of
look
those
at
is
it.
actually Eric. I think in there.
No, that is absolutely 100% false. That is false. That is not. He didn't take the picture. He did not even. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I appreciate that, but no. Real quick, super simple, super easy. There's so many things you can click on, but just what you guys have project wise, right? Fallen Heroes project. I know we jumped into the athletes and stuff like that. So
Right.
let me go back to this real quick. Because another reason why you guys do this, right, is to honor the fallen heroes. And there's there was a gentleman you had because I had a video up which I just lost. So
Mhm.
I'll have to come back to that in a minute there. But describe some of the because I'm sure the families reach out and are like, hey, like this is
Right.
pretty freaking awesome. Um, how has that interaction been with the families as you guys go amongst the amongst
Yeah.
the surf, right?
Right. Yeah. I tell you, it's hard to put it into words what it's like to be able to be part of that. A lot of families attend events and we host them a lot of times. Some just like to watch it from afar. The Gold Star families, we share pictures, different things like that. The video you mentioned out at Sebring Raceway, we brought a Gold Star family out. But it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
The what we've seen too. We honor from all eras. We
yeah.
just honored a guy that was killed in Korea,
Oh wow.
out in Deadwood, South Dakota, and it's all ears. And when we connect with a lot of these families, a lot of what we see is there's a lot of attention when we lose one of our brothers or sisters. Immediately after, the media wants to know what happened, and
Yeah,
everybody wants to know what happened. And years pass, life goes on. It's just it's human. It's day to day. But these
Yeah.
families, it never goes away, that,
Right.
and a lot of them that we reach out year after year. And, you had a picture up there. We're going to honor some guys this year we lost in Somalia like 30 years ago. And we're
Wow.
reaching out now to the families. Um, and it, the families tell us how much they appreciate it, but it's means so much to us at OVN to see the look on their face, the time they spend, and we who served know those are the guys and girls we served beside that we lost
Yeah.
like that. So it means a lot to us. But it's like I said, it's hard to put into words. I mean, the Gold Star families are some amazing people, and and they have an amazing heart to help fellow veterans. So yeah, it's a really really cool part of it. Um, I'm trying not to start down a path where I could just talk about it forever.
Well, no, this
So,
is your
it's
show. This is your show. I mean,
yeah,
that's why it's why we reach out and we tell you, hey,
yeah,
it can be a 20-minute conversation just to get your
yeah,
face out there, or an hour and a half, and this
right.
is totally what you're doing. I mean,
Well,
it's awesome.
yeah, I tell you, so probably recently, we do an annual event. It'll be the sixth one this summer. It's called the Fallen Heroes Ride and Veterans Appreciation. It's a combination outreach event, but we always choose someone to honor. Last year, we honored from a specific area about 40 guys that were killed in action in Iraq. Had a lot of families in, um, and we had a lot of guys rode in their honor. We had a special ceremony. There was a lot goes into it, and we do that every year. And the families
Yeah.
come in the evening before. We have a dinner for them. We had a barbecue this year. Got a great Harley Davidson dealer local that he's now a part owner. He's an Iraq Marine, Iraq veteran, and then he helps us out a lot. But we do that. We work with NASCAR at the grassroots level. They have a different series down, and we'll connect with the big Charlotte event. But we put the fallen heroes' names on race cars, and then we bring the families in again for an evening at the track, take them on pit tours, and then they get to stand by the car with their son or daughter's name on it, for the opening ceremonies and hang out for the race. Those are some of the bigger groups of Gold Star families we bring together, and it's just it's an amazing time. The community gets to meet a lot of these families. We have a lot of uh, VFWs, American Legion, come out when they help out with the ceremony part of it.
Yeah.
But those are the big ones. But individually, like the picture you have up there, our ambassador athletes are heavily involved in honoring them. This particular one, Denman is a pro snow bike racer. He's still in the Army Reserves out of
Wow.
Wisconsin. And he's honoring these three guys that were from Super 6-1. They were in a helicopter together, in Somalia. And he's honoring them at 8 different locations, 7 different states.
Mm.
And we just started that one off. And now intertwined within all the athletes this year, we'll honor all 19 that we lost there in Somalia. And again, we're trying to connect with most of the families. It's been some time, 30 years ago. So we work with the survivors outreach groups. They help us get connected with the Gold Star families and so on. But I think since we started, we've honored just over 400 fallen heroes.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Marines. We've got some athletes. Derek was talking about he was a Marine. We've got some of our athletes that are Marines, and they are honoring the 13 we lost at the exit of Afghanistan at Abbey Gate this year. And it's
Incredible.
these Marines are athletes, and it's very personal to them. Some of them have connections, but this kind of circles back, Eric, to what these athletes do, why they're ambassadors.
Yeah. Yeah.
We support them where we can. We're, the heart of us, we're a small organization, and but these ambassadors are their passion is to help their fellow veterans compete, help themselves, get them engaged, involved, and honor those, that didn't make it home. So
Yeah, and I think that's like one of the criteria to be in the military. 100 episodes, 101 episodes now, and it just comes back to service, right? Just service. Then it doesn't matter how you got into the military or why you got in the military, but I think once you get in, you realize that it's an entirely new family, right? So
Mhm.
that service is instilled in you because you have to do something for somebody else that's not going to help you out or not going to repay you. But you learn that that brother is there to help you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's literally like the number one thing is service. I know Derek is learning. Well, no, sorry, Derek. Derek's learned how to play guitar and he sings a bit, right? So we talked about
You
you
could still
guys
say
have.
learning.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you guys are always learning because Joel just posted that he took, GV4, which is Guitars for Vets. He graduated for the fourth time, and I was like, well, okay, I mean, I guess different program, you graduate for whatever, but getting back to the point of this was, there's so many different venues or different avenues, and if I'm outside looking in, I feel like this is like a billion-dollar company that has all these funds that are coming in to help everything that you do. And like you said, you're just a small group, but my God, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I know deep down, if we could take some of the money that we're given to other places and, afford a tenth of what is going out
Yeah.
to the programs that, obviously we've seen a ton of programs. We're involved in a ton of programs.
Right.
Wouldn't it just be great? It would be amazing.
Right.
And again, we don't get political, but damn, when are they going to pull their heads out of their ass and see that this is needed? It's not the exit interview at a job where you're sitting in a thing of, okay, hey, your military service is up. Don't do anything stupid and go figure your life out, right, Derek? I mean, that's basically what it is,
You're
right?
talking about that service, and I think that's a huge part of it. And I like that you're doing this, and I like that you have these ambassadors because not only are you honoring those that have passed and all these people that you're helping right now, but these athletes, you're giving them a service, and it's going to help them multifold as you move forward because it gives them some purpose. It gives them that feeling that you're doing something again, and that's something that I think all of us veterans we need that. Like, we need that service. We need that something to give us a purpose, because once you get out, I mean, you kind of lose that, and you have to find that, and you have to figure out and navigate around it. And it really helps me, especially, and a lot of people I've talked to, like, still staying connected to that veteran community, and the fact that you're giving these guys that opportunity is just amazing to me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a point that we hear from our ambassador athletes all the time. As you mentioned, Eric, one thing that we've noticed, like when we started OVN, the reason the outreach went in that manner, how we can help, is we spent about a year just trying to figure out how, if I was in need or in crisis, where would I go? And we spent, after 6 months, we were in a state of confusion, and we weren't even trying to get the help. We were just trying to learn how to use it. And we thought, we had a discussion to say, now, if I was in a bad state mentally, where would I be right now trying to get help? And it was scary.
Yeah.
And so we asked some veterans through a focus group, what wouldn't you do, or how would you go about it again? And resoundingly, we heard over and over was, well, the worst thing we did was Google for help.
Yeah.
And no responses. I didn't fit the criteria for the program. And we go on and on. And we work with everybody. I mean, we work closely with Vets for Warriors. They're a great partner of ours. Stop Soldier Suicide. We work with the VA. We try to have an avenue for every veteran where and how they need. And we are like that base. We're home base for our athletes. So when they connect with somebody, let's say they're at a motocross race in Kentucky, and they live in Illinois, and the guy in Kentucky's like, hey, I'm having some issues. They say, hey, let's connect you back to OVN, and we'll go find a partner in Kentucky, get them help, so.
That, good evening, Travis, Travis part 10.
Hey,
Party
my
10.
buddy Travis.
Yeah, Travis is part of our Military United podcast streams. A good supporter. He is always joining. He goes on live right before we do on MUPS. I didn't come up with the name, but shout out to Donald Dunn. Love you, buddy. Just kidding. Just busting your chops. Travis and I were trying to collaborate a little bit. His times and my times are a little off, but we're going to get to have him on. I think he actually is linked on. He has a date for it with us. So yeah, Travis is a legit. I love listening to him. Yeah. He's got that soothing voice, and I mean, awesome. I mean, plus he was on CNN. I think it was on CNN. I think it was what it was back in November, December. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Shit. That's cool, man.
Yeah, you were talking about getting veterans help and getting them, showing them where to go, right? And this gentleman, Jeremy, we talked a little bit earlier. He has a story that is beyond anything that I've seen, and the lack of help that he gets. He has multiple Facebook pages and posts that he puts out there about he's not getting the help for this, and because he was hazmat and he has a ton of stuff. He's done all the legwork for all this, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's just frustrating because I know he's frustrated, and it's one of those things where I would love to try to find someone like even a VA attorney or something like that. We've got a few different groups working with them trying to help him out, and so I always like to see his name pop up because I know he's still here.
Yeah.
I want to play a clip here, and this was a tribute to Sergeant Marcus Mathis. This is Robert Mao. He's a Navy veteran and professional race car driver, right? It's a short little clip, but let's show this because I think this is cool. And let me set this up real quick because I knew he was going to yap first. There we go. Okay. We're not high dollar here, but we have fun. We have fun. All right. This is
I've been working with Operation Vet Now, OVN, all season long. Great organization bringing awareness to suicide prevention with vets. Part of that program is the Fallen Heroes campaign. I'm carrying Sergeant Marcus Mathis this weekend. He's a sergeant that served in Afghanistan and Iraq and was killed in a missile attack in 2008. Grew up in Zephyr Hills, just around the corner from here. So we've got his mother and his father out for the weekend to watch the races, and we're carrying him as a co-pilot this weekend.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. What you don't see in that video is, I'll say real quick, you talk about, some of the venues and the access we get. Again, we took our skill sets when we started this organization, and we knew we had contacts and networks within the sports world.
Yeah.
We said everywhere we go, everywhere we compete, we're going to honor somebody that we lost. That's just part of it. And, we tell everybody, and if there's any one thing we want people to know is we see tons of posts on social media that honor the fallen. And I think, that's awesome. But every time you see a post of somebody being honored on our social media or website, there's an action going on somewhere. There's a human being somewhere on a platform that they have, like Rob Mao is at Sebring International Raceway. And we bring in Mom, who I'm telling you, there's somebody looking down saying something is supposed to happen. I meet her on the phone. She says, I love Sebring Raceway. She says, my son, Marcus, his middle name is Cal. You know why? Because Cal Yarborough was our favorite race car. And we found out Mom is like
crazy.
So we get her over there and we talked to the Speedway, and they let her wave the green flag for the race.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Just, and Rob, he was a strike officer in the Navy, and an amazing guy. He stepped up to help us honor guys, and they're out there competing. He took second that day, so he was on the podium. We didn't get all that in there, awesome. But really cool day for the family. And really we hope Mom knows how much we appreciate what Marcus gave for this country.
we're going to get you in touch with an organization that came out to Hero Stock. So on our show, we talk a lot about Hero Stock, and Hero Stock is a 2-year-old baby infant organization that has put in so much time and sweat and
Blood,
resources.
sweat, and beers, man.
Yeah. And
Hey, that's it, buddy.
it was in the middle of Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska, in a town called Ashland. I made fun of Ashland, Nebraska, and I'm like, what the? I mean, I live in the country in California. I live in the Central Valley, right? I always like to tell people I'm from California, but I'm from the Central Valley. And I walked outside in the middle of Nebraska, and I felt like I was at home because it was all corn stalks and so my point with Hero Stock is this: they brought about 50 or 60 different organizations together. They had 6 or 7 different artists from Operation Encore, some that haven't been signed yet or haven't been part of the group, but they were amazing. And it was so much fun. And it was literally just like you're in the backyard having a couple beers with buddies.
Mhm.
And they're spreading out. They're going to Rolla, Missouri. They're going to Nashville, Kentucky. They're going to Nashville, Tennessee. Coming back to Lincoln or Omaha. I can't remember if they're doing Lincoln.
They're gonna be. I think they might be doing it in Ashland again for the main one.
Okay, which is a great.
But,
I mean, it's a great spot.
But they're and I don't know if it's going to be at that same spot again, but it'll be somewhere in there. And then they're doing another one at Harlan County Reservoir, which is going to be super cool because they've got like the whole beachfront blocked off. They're getting it. They're going to have boats that get to pull up and watch the show. It's going to be a good time.
Where's that at?
That'll be Harlan Reservoir, Nebraska. It's somewhere in the middle of eastern Nebraska.
Yeah, we got one of our athletes out there, 3-gun shooter. We'll have to send him over to check it out.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That's a good time.
Link people together. We link people together. That's kind of what we get. It's what makes us happy. Us, because I know I'm here by myself and it's my show now, but it's hard to always say me and I because that's not how I work, right? It's a selfish thing. But yeah, they're a Tree of Valor, and her name is Lori Egerton, and she does Christmas trees at different events, and she will bring fallen soldiers and families and post all this stuff. And it's just amazing. And I know she travels all over. But we're going to get you in touch with Jason Steiner. He is the man, the myth, the legend for Hero Stock. Yeah, what I want to do real quick though is I want to play this, and it's remembering the Battle of Tucker Gar. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Tucker Gar, yeah. That was
Tucker Gar.
Right.
And this is 20 years ago, and you just brought it up, right? I mean, this is 20 years ago, and you guys are going to do something cool. So I want to play the clip. So let me set it real quick. I got a little connection issue going on here. We got a little weather coming through, and so normally I don't have an issue, but we'll get through it. Yeah, we got it right there. Yeah, it's about 2 minutes. So let's take a listen to this, and I think you guys do a great job on your video too. I don't know, you guys got a guy in the closet locked away or nothing, but you guys do a damn good job. I'm trying to let it grow a little bit, but I don't want it to run over itself.
Yeah. And just while that's going, the guy, that's one of our athletes. It's kind of the lead guy in. Sean was a Ranger, 75th Regiment, 3rd Battalion Ranger. And he's a pro MMA fighter, now runs a big boxing gym up in Boston.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Yeah. Again, I like the overlap that we have here at the Contagion Effect because, we had talked about it. No, I guarantee you there will never be this. I guarantee you, I absolutely 100% guarantee that there will never be a Vegas Hero Stock.
Dude, I wouldn't want a Vegas Hero Stock. That would be so many problems.
Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, because you talk about like wanting a good vibe. That's not.
Derek, we were in the middle of Ashland, Nebraska, in the middle of the country.
We're not talking about this.
Good Lord. All right. I hope this catches up. Let's play this. This is a video you guys have made the 20th anniversary of Tucker. Am I saying that right?
Tucker Gar, yeah.
Tucker Gar. Dang it. Tucker Gar. All right. Here we
Close
go.
enough.
What's going on, guys? Sean Lally here, OVN ambassador and athlete. I wanted to tell you guys about a special tribute we are going to be putting on. And when I say we, it's 3 of my fellow OVN athletes, fellow veterans, are going to be paying a special tribute 20 years ago on March 4th and 5th. The Battle of Trafalgar took place. It was a 17-hour battle. We were able to take control during that battle, but we lost 7 American men, American heroes during that battle. Operation Anaconda, also known as Robert's Bridge. The tribute kicks off this Friday with one of our own, Connor Matthews, as he steps back into the cage for a professional MMA fight. He'll be carrying Master Sergeant John Chapman's name with him to the octagon to represent. Next up is Major Chris Walsh. He'll be representing in a 2-day race, World Racing in Alabama. He will be paying a special tribute to both Jason Cunningham and John Chapman. We bring our weekend all together at Daytona International Speedway Motocross with Navy veteran Alex Famal. He's going to be representing all 7 of the heroes that passed in the Battle of Trafalgar. We encourage you to tune in to any of the live streams to support our OVN athletes and to pay tribute to the fallen heroes that we lost 20 years ago at the Battle of Trafalgar. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
That is sorry. That's why you do it right there, right? I mean, that's literally why you guys have the ambassadorship. You guys have professional athletes across different venues across the entire nation doing the service of remembering, of keeping their honor and the privilege of being able to do that alive, right? Again, we're being joined by Tony Aubrey. He's the man over at OVN. Remember, people, it doesn't work if you don't support, and it's as easy as a like, a share of hey, did you hear about this, or hey, did you see this? We say we don't make any money. We don't make any money here, and what we do is we try to get the word out there for you guys. And if we can get a donation made to OVN, you can go right to their website, you can check it out, you just click on the top part there. Again, at the very bottom, it says donate. They do PayPal. There is a ton of information. I mean, we didn't even talk about basketball, right? You guys do a 3-on-3 tournament.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah. And that's going to be at Baldwin High School in Baldwin, Pennsylvania, March 2nd. It's just fun it's fun for me to go and try to open the book on what you guys do, because again, an hour and a half. Hey, Michael Higgle. The link would be right here, my friend. If you go to an opvetnow.org, if you go to opvet.org, at the bottom of it is a donate button for donations. Well, let me do this. I'll do this because he's more of a visual guy. I know Mikey, so he's more of a visual guy. Love you, buddy. So let's start over for you, Kay. Here's the home button. Click it in there. Go to donate. Go to donate now. And I am not a robot. Oh no, really? Gosh, this is so I told you we're a high dollar over here.
Yeah.
And now this is Tony at opvet.org. I think it was Cheryl earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's a few different people that you can go, and basically that's how it is.
Right.
Yeah. So again, go to OPVet right there on the bottom, opvetnow.org. Go to the bottom of the page. And again, we love to support as much as we can. I don't want to submit the but tell me something you got coming up other than what we talked about that you are just like heart and soul passionate about. Obviously, I know your whole organization is.
Right.
Very softball question, but it's one of those things where give us something that you have brewing that you're like, ooh, like this is huge.
Yeah, like what's the inside scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Well, in the very near term, in the 16th and 17th of February, we're going to be in Salamanca, New York, at the World Snowcross Race.
Oh wow.
So they hit a spot there. They usually somewhere between the 2 days, around probably about 18 to 20,000 people come in for the race. We will have an outreach center there called the Veterans Village. We bring all organizations together there. There's some great organizations in Western New York. One's called Western New York Heroes. Amazing group of people, service dogs, and many other things like the Buffalo area. But we'll all come together there. And then we also have one of our ambassador athletes, Devin, is going to be racing there 2 days, honoring 3 guys there. And then we have another pro race team that will be honoring an Air Force guy that was killed in the Vietnam era. So we have that all going on that weekend. It is live streamed on Flow Racing, all the races.
Wow. Yeah.
So that, you can watch it there. But we're excited about that weekend. And something really cool we kicked off last year. It was small, but we're excited this year. And it goes back a little bit about music, about everything we do. It's going to be in New Braunfels, Texas, just on the north side of San Antonio.
Okay.
We 2 of our board members retired. They live down there. So we're going to have a motorcycle ride and honor a Marine down there. But we're going to have another Veterans Village, an outreach section. And these are all organizations that work around veteran suicide prevention, mental health, and those type things. And Task Force Rock, our own all combat veteran band, is going to play there again. So these guys are coming from, 2 live right outside Fort Bragg. One's in Pilot in Tennessee. Another guy's still active duty up in DC. So they're all coming in to play. We're going to play at a local, have them at a local bar.
Local watering hole.
Yeah. And there's so anybody in Texas, San Antonio, there's tons of military there. But we were amazed last year when we did it how many veterans in the area are still looking for, what's out there besides the VA in a lot of cases. So we're really looking forward to that. I mean, that Texas is a lot of fun. The weather's good, and the band is really, really hopped up to get down there and play again. These guys are just amazing what they've done. And I'll say this one last thing about the band. Every one of them have needed help at some time with traumatic brain injury, PTSD. And music, they'll tell you music is their therapy. It's something they go to. So they talk about that during their concerts.
I was gonna say I can absolutely attribute to that. That's my therapy, man. That's it's all I do. I mean, because you can get so much out through it. I mean, it's creativity, it's freeing, it's peace, it's life.
Yeah.
Derek's also he's working on a piece for us. We had talked a little bit. It's whenever it's done, right? I mean, it's just
I don't want to rush perfection.
Well, my thing is, I want to keep you focused on something other than all the crap that you go through, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to do another video. Well, I have 2 more videos I want to play before we conclude. Hurricane Harvey dropped a tornado off Nacogdoches in San Antonio. I left. Okay. Yeah, he got out of Dodge. Creative Vibrations with Angie. Thank you. I have an email sitting in my outbox for you. For some reason, it's not going. But again, we're here with Tony from OVN. I want to play the James Cavasso. Did I say it right? Cavasso? Yeah. Okay, cool. So let me get this set real quick, and we are going to have another video here. So let's do it.
Saturday, January 27th in Plymouth, Massachusetts. U.S. Army and 75th Ranger Regiment veteran and professional MMA fighter Sean Lally will team up with pro MMA fighter Lorenzo Fitzgerald and the Cage Titans MMA promotions to pay tribute to a local fallen hero. Corporal James Cavaco, Army Ranger, who was among the American soldiers killed in action in the October 3rd and 4th firefight in Mogadishu, Somalia. Born in Attleboro and grew up in Rehoboth, Massachusetts, James was killed in action just over 30 years ago. In 1993, when James Cavaco got the word that his company was to deploy to Somalia, he had been notified of a death in the family. He refused to come home, says his mother. What he said was, "I have to do what I have to do to effect mission success and to see that my men don't get hurt." On October 3rd, James Cavaco was riding in a convoy of Humvees battling through the tight streets of Mogadishu to rescue soldiers in a downed helicopter. Corporal Cavaco, or Vaco to his friends, was a gunner in a convoy that led through the dusty, blood-stained streets of Mogadishu on October 3rd. Known for his devastating accuracy, this ranger fired round after round into a second-story window from which the convoy was taking heavy fire. But on the streets of Mog, as the soldiers referred to Mogadishu, Somali bullets and RPGs seemed to be coming from every direction at a terrifying volume. James was hit fatally during this exchange. The mission's objective of capturing Adid's associates was accomplished, but the battle turned out to be the most difficult close combat that U.S. troops had engaged in since the Vietnam War. In the end, 2 MH-60 Blackhawks were shot down, another was seriously damaged, and the 18-hour fight left 18 American soldiers and airmen dead, and 73 wounded. As many as 1,000 Somalis were estimated to have been killed. Corporal Cavaco was posthumously awarded the Silver Star Medal for his valor and bravery in Mogadishu, Somalia.
Again, it's one of the reasons why we do this, right? Well, I'm going to steal a line from my friend Mark Peterson at WeP3. We understand why we get to do this, and knowing that we're going to be putting you guys into, not that you need help, but we're going to be putting you into contact with some people, and we're going to get a crossover going. And, there's 4 different spots for Heroes Talk this year, and we're going to get you guys out there to intermingle. And, we would love to be able to help support you guys and whatever we can do. This is a big one for me. Chris Meyer, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And you also are a veteran, so thank you. I appreciate you for what you do. This is a gentleman who's worked at my work for over 20, I want to say 22 or 24 years. I can't remember what it is, but treats everyone with respect and as it should be, right? I mean, he gets it. He understands. It doesn't matter if you're a high seniority guy or low seniority guy. He'll sit there and BS with you. It's just a good dude, just a good solid dude, right? Now he just needs to retire and get the hell out so I can move up a spot. 22 going on. Oh shoot, he is still back in. I'm just kidding, Chris. Appreciate you, bud. No, yeah. Jeremy JD, yes, Black Hawk down. It's one of those things where we can't forget. We won't forget. And yeah, I know you're gonna be one of those guys on the side of the road. I'm 70 years old, dude. No, I get it. I don't think your wife would let you. He lives up in the hills up by Mariposa, and just right at the gate of Yosemite. So, just wonderful. Yeah. It's so cool going up there. I want to ask. I said we had one more. Yeah, I know that was just because you're just kind of an a-hole, but I always enjoyed talking with you. And for the first 7 years, I didn't talk to Mikey because he just was like, oh, yeah. Then the last 3, we kind of talked a little bit more. So that's what everyone says. Hurry up and move up. I want to play one. Well, I gotta get it set up first. There's always the what if, right? Or the since you guys have been going, since OVN's been in existence, And obviously there's a lot of good, there's tons of good that you guys are doing. Is there always that one you're like, oh man, where did we miss that on that one? Has there been like a tragic, or has there been something where you're like, hey, did somebody talk to so and so, or you have any story like that about the what if guy or gal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that hit a couple of us is we had a guy that was helping out at an event with some guys we partnered up in Texas, and real go-getter, real aggressive guy, wanted to help do a lot of things. And 6 months later or whatever, I started a call about the next year for the plan and all that. I get on the phone, guy, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, friend. He helps us out down there. And he says, he said, hey man, I got to tell you. He said, I was just going to call you. He said, we lost Corey. And I'm like, what? And, he took his own life at his house one night after a big fight with his wife. And we talked to each other and we're like, the first word was, he said to me was, didn't he know better? We're in this world trying to help our fellow veterans. And it hit me, you got to look right beside you. Often the person that needs help, they're not going to voice it. But you got to pay attention. And you mentioned something, Eric, early on, just reaching out at random to people. I mean, even the guys that got it going on, and they're still going to the gym. I quit that 10 years ago. But it was sobering. It was like, wow, every one of them is devastating. Any veteran we lose, but that was something that we didn't. How did we?
Especially when they're part of
we
it,
felt
right?
like
When
we
they're,
let them down,
yeah,
and it was. That's why we can't reiterate. That is our motto: be there for our veterans. Don't make it too complicated. Pick up the phone, DM, email, walk to their house, do anything. Just, I've heard so many veterans say, I just had a bad feeling one day, so I called you. Buddies of mine, and I'm like, no, I'm good. There's other times that I'm like, well, damn, I'm glad they called. I wasn't really in a bad way, but I'm in a much better way now that they called me. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
if that was what you were asking, that was, kind of one of those
absolutely.
times when, yeah.
And I know you're East Coast. I don't want to keep you, I got about maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. Right? You good for that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm good.
With that being said, there's a song that one of our friends of the show of the group, Shannon Book has, right? And I'm going to play, it's about a 4-minute clip. It's a video, and it's one of my absolutely favorite songs. And I'll listen to this, and I'll sit there and I'll listen to this. But I'm going to play it, and it is, you always shed a bit for it. You always shed a little tear for it. So let's play this.
Yeah,
This is Shannon Book, Not Alone.
Every time.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't want to hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door, begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not.
Just an emotional roller coaster, and it's one of those songs where you just sit there and you just don't think. It just, the pictures of those that have gone on before us and the memories that we're trying to keep alive. And I mean, we can sit here and get emotional all we want, because it's okay that we show emotion. Doesn't mean that you're weak or that you you're soft, or that's the issue that we're having is I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Right.
It's okay to reach out. I mean, Derek and I, we've had conversations. I'm a hard ass to Derek because I know what he needs, right? I'm not going to coddle him. I'm not going to say, hey, dude, like, so I'm like, hey, dude, like you're going to be part of the show right now because you need it. Like, I need you to know that I know you need to be on here, right? Just
Absolutely.
Just for the hour and 20 minutes a day, Thursday nights. And I do appreciate that. I do, Tony, thank you so much. I mean, again, we just scraped the top. There's a bunch more. Maybe we'll have to have a part 2, or maybe we can just do something live in person, and we can get together and have a cross contamination, right? But again, I'm going to let you, leave us with a thought, just something, just that you want people to know.
Yeah, I think 2 things I want to shout out there. With that song, that was pretty impactful. And we met a group out of Tennessee like that. They are called, they wrote a song called Hold On, Reach Out. And it's by a group called Over Never Out. And the drummer there is actually the drummer in Task Force Rock. He was a Green Beret, was in a lot of years. Listen to that song when you get a chance as well. And it's the same message. And I would say, look, from what we do with OVN, we're always encouraging the veterans to reach out to us and get involved, and we'll connect you with somewhere. But our athletes are living, breathing examples of things you can do to get yourself out of that black hole, or what you can do when you see that black hole coming. The music side is new, Derek. Man, I'm really glad that made it for me to come here and you to say what music meant to you. Was what so many veterans need to hear. When I met these guys from Task Force Rock, my buddy Dean talked about he never deployed without his guitar, and how he feels that it helped him overcome TBI, in a lot of ways. It's pretty impactful, dude. So you stick with that music, man. What you're doing. I have seen it do a lot of good for a lot of veterans. That is really cool. And what you guys are doing here, man, hats off to you. In honor of your father, things like that. These are the things that we see a lot of veterans organizations, a lot of veterans group, and it's all these organizations working together. I love what you said was you want to connect us with other organizations you see that are moving the needle. I think that's what it takes. That's the last thing I'll say is organizations.
Did you not hear us? Yeah, we just talked about you graduating with clothes on, not,
Yeah, but organizations working together
100%
for the common cause are huge.
Yeah.
And we're here, man. YouTube channel we have, OVN has a YouTube channel. You want to see
Absolutely.
what we do? We're firm believers, or we're going to put it up live so you can see what we do. We're not going to just tell you. We want you to watch it with your own eyes and say,
Yeah.
these are the veterans you're helping. These are the
Yeah.
people you're honoring.
That's what we've seen that. We've seen that a bit, and you're like, oh, what, like you're asking for everything, but you're not showing us anything, right? Like show me what you're doing, show
Right.
me the good things. Hold on, reach out. I have it queued up. I don't know if I don't know how far it is. I'm not sure if I get a copyright thing, but let's play a little bit. Let's play.
Yeah, they gave us rights to use that with our videos and everything.
Beautiful.
So we tell you have the OVN. Go ahead with this.
Yeah.
So
Fatigues and medals
Oh,
in a bag in the truck. See ghosts of lost friends, drinking toasts that never end. Asking yourselves, would you do it again? Just hold on, reach out, check on your buddies. There's no easy way out.
Love it.
it's the harmonica for me.
Yeah, dude, I'm a sucker for some
It's
harmonica.
harmonica for me.
yeah.
Just scroll doesn't seem to work. Gary Miller, let me see. Really? Okay, so that is not working. OP vet. No, here, I'll just text you.
Yeah, I don't think they have to put www in there. I think you can just go straight to opvetnow.org.
Okay.
Yeah, like how you think. Internet though, it's complicated.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Complicated beef these days.
Yeah, let me
I'm
make
literally
Gary-
going to text. I'm going to text him right now because, I'm bringing this whole thing to a real stop right now.
Oh, that's good. But no, I appreciate everything Tony's doing, man. I really wish there had been someone like you, 10 years ago when I was active in sports. I was doing MMA, and that's another thing
nice.
that just does an incredible job at you're getting all that physical, it has that physicality to it. So it's another great way. And it was hard for me to explain to people, especially with jujitsu. I mean,
Yeah.
you're playing human chess is what
Yeah.
you're doing. And
Yeah,
you have to be so intelligent. You have to be hyper intelligent to be really good at jujitsu and MMA. And people really just don't think about it, you go out there and you watch these guys punch each other in the face, and you're like, that doesn't take much to that. And thank you so much.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Mikey, don't worry, dude. I'm just busting your chops. You weren't a jerk. You weren't a jerk, man. That's all.
Yeah, there's Derek, look him up. Jimmy West is a Marine. He's up in Boston. He's one of our guys into jiu-jitsu. That is one good dude there, man. You need to connect with him when you get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's Jim Jiu-Jitsu is his Instagram. He's big on Instagram. But Jimmy's been with us a long time, and you're right, exactly, man. I mean,
do you guys know about 22 Mohawks? Do you guys know about Dave? And
I know of them. You know what I mean? I've never met them, but I know the organization.
Yeah.
Of the organization, yeah.
Yeah, Dave and Stacy, they were on very early. I'm not going to go reach over and grab my book and tell you what episode it was, but our story is I had a friend of a friend. They were webbing together or playing online together, and the guy just kind of freaked out, veteran. He wanted to go sign up. He just wanted to go. Appreciate that, Gary. Gary Miller from Gary Miller Mobile Tax Service. I appreciate that. I don't know if you have access, Tony, to your PayPal account. But as always, Gary Miller is a wonderful supporter and a veteran and an ex-truck driver.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Kim Gwinner. Thank you, Kim. Author. I just did that one. There we go. Thank you, Kim. And again, I support and I love everybody that comes through here. if it's now, if it's later, if you're rewatching it, if you're watching it later, the podcast. This is just, it's what we do, man. It's what we do.
Yeah, cool.
And again, if there's anything you need or that we can help you with, like tag us. We'll get together and collaborate, and we'll get Hero Stock and OVN together, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. I just had to switch it up a bit, and I got a green screen now, so it literally is green, but
It's getting efficient.
it fell over a couple times, and I need to get a sandbag to hold the curtain up, but I couldn't do the bed. I couldn't do so it's going to be my granddaughter if she ever gets here, because we're plus 1 day on the overdue date now. So
oh geez,
it's baking a little bit longer than she needs to be.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah,
man.
there is a
That's
team of
exciting for you.
people. There is.
Oh.
And again, every day is a Saturday, I'm sure there's going to be emails sent out to somebody, come on and chat with them, and absolutely amazing group of guys.
Cool.
And thank you. Appreciate it. Get to bed, and I again, I know it's late over there, so I appreciate it. Thank you, Tony.
yeah,
Thank you,
thanks for
Tony,
having
You
us
have a good
on.
night.
Yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. All right, hang on. Derek, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, there was something that Mikey and I always talked about whenever we got done with the show, and we sit here and we're like, what's the favorite part? What's the favorite part of the show? And it's just like, it's sad that it ends, but it's exciting because you learn so much. And then like last week where, we had so many friends come on, and everybody was just giddy, and they made me feel good about, reaching the 100. This is what just gets me, because there's so much that they support, and there's so much that they have going on. It's like, it's just badass, dude.
It really is, man. So much
What would be
going
your
on.
takeaway from the show today, Derek?
Oh, we're stealing a page out of my book,
We're
bro.
throwing it back a bit, right?
We're throwing it back. I love this. No, I really liked how attentive he was to Shannon's song. Like, that was cool to me that he had that. Like, he listened very intently to it, and then he had a throwback to one of his songs that was personally connected, and like just how much he connected to it, because the music's always cool for me. Like the music's always life. So that was kind of my, like, it wasn't the only takeaway. And I love everything that they're doing, because it takes the village, and I love that we're always being able to connect with these new groups and find new ways to get them out there. So the more people we can bring in, the better.
Yeah, just a mile a day. Rick Yee from Warriors Way Mindset, amazing. Just the TikTok, the social media. Rick is just an amazing dude. Appreciate everything that you do, and I will see you on Saturday morning too, because he does a special invite only, because that's how he rolls. It's fun, again, we get to go through this and talk to different guys and gals, and again, dude, I'm gonna hold your feet to the coals, or feet to the fire, whatever the comment is. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming on, and maybe we can do something. Hey, there you go. Maybe I'll bring Derek on Saturday morning.
Hell yeah, I'd love to, man.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock for you, bud.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
8 out here.
I work at 12:30, but other than that,
I had to go to the hospital to get some blood work done a couple weeks ago, and joined, and I was like, dang, dude, like it's a lot of listening. You can contribute too, but Ricky's a freaking amazing dude, and I always
amazing.
feel, so Derek, thank you, sir. Appreciate you as I stall here.
Thank you,
I
Eric,
wasn't
man.
ready.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna play just because I love this dude, and we're gonna play this. Actually, let's play this. This is how we're gonna end it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you so much. Let's do a little Tom Ettinger, because I love it. It's so awesome. All right. Now, that was so wrong. I didn't mean to click it. Hey, Derek, deuces.